I feel like everybody has nightmares.
Yes.
I don't think that is a bold statement to be making.
At some point in your life.
At some point, you've had nightmares. Maybe you wake up and it is a nightmare still. I don't really know. This is The Perspective, by the way. My name's McCall.
I'm Nima.
Producer Butter.
And, I nobody wants to admit that, but, sometimes you gotta. So when it comes to nightmares, I have this one that has stuck in my noggin since I was like 5 years old. And it has made me terrified of octopus forever. Like, I hate them. So I had this dream as probably a 5 or 6 year old. I honestly don't remember that there was an octopus that was living in my kitchen. And I remember which kitchen it was because it was on a street right across from Kent's in Brigham City. And I was living in this home and I had just moved into my own bedroom downstairs. I was very excited. It was like the only bedroom downstairs and it was mine. Thrilled. And I had come up from this downstairs room and there was this octopus sitting in the corner of my kitchen. I peek in. I see these like skulls all over the place. They're my family's skulls. This octopus is living in the corner booth of my kitchen underneath my table and killed my whole family. Terrified.
Well, that's terrifying.
I know. So now I hate octopus and checkered flooring because my flooring was black and white check.
I was like, and basements.
And basements.
basement.
I don't have a problem with basements. The basement that was fine. But that was one of my nightmares that I remember. Maybe I'll have to have a dream analyst look into it or something.
Maybe.
I was going to say analyst, but I don't think that's the right word.
Well, I don't know.
I want to hear about your nightmares.
I have had this like same reoccurring nightmare
Ooh.
over like the past week, but I do believe that it's because of like chemical changes.
Yeah,
in the body.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I'm not thrilled about it because I wake up and I feel like it was real. Like
right.
It was so real.
Dude.
And then I'm freaking out and then I'm like, okay, calm down.
It's the worst. The actual.
So it's not like you could just like fall back asleep because then you go right back into that nightmare again.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
but
terrible.
I can't even tell you what it is. Like I wish I could.
Is it just like like you wake up in a cold sweat?
No, I wake up like scared.
Panicked? Like you have something on your chest? It's like night terror?
Yeah.
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 Dude, those things are awful. I hate
and then I
dreams like that.
think I'm seeing things or hearing things and it's not there.
It's like sleep paralysis maybe?
Almost. Yeah.
Dude.
But like I'm awake, like I can move. I'm not like, because I know there's some that like you wake up, but you can't move at all.
Dude, that is terrifying.
That hasn't happened to me yet. Well, I guess it has happened before, but not this go around.
Yeah.
This go around.
Oh,
that's the
gosh.
worst.
I'm trying to think of what
Do you know like a genuine or general, overarching theme of? Like, is it work related? Is it personal life related? Or is it just like existence related? Like, are you going to the grocery store and it's terrifying because people exist there and I hate that?
I don't think it's anywhere of a known place.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Oh.
Interesting.
Although I do remember, I think the last dream that I had this morning, it was work related.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't think it was a nightmare.
Right? On Elm Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just
weird.
I really can't wait to go over this part.
I have a recurring nightmare for like years.
Okay.
For years. And it's just something is chasing me. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a clown. It could be a tree. It could be a person. It could be a doll. It could be anything. But something is always chasing me.
What you running away from?
And then when I turn around to face it, I can't say anything.
Mm-hmm. What you running away from that you're scared to speak to?
Know.
Because that's usually, dreams, obviously. Running away is typically something pretty common with being afraid of facing things. And so being turned around and then actually seeing that thing and not being able to say anything is very typically that's like the general theme of.
See, that's kind of like mine too, but they get me.
They get you?
Yeah, like I do remember this one.
Yeah.
It felt like somebody was like cinching.
Ooh, I hate that.
Like it was like right here, and I woke up and I'm like,
Like closing
like,
you
what
in.
is going? And then I was like, oh, okay, we're good.
It's like restrictive.
Yeah.
What's restricting you? I mean, you don't have to speak out loud on it,
Everything.
obviously. Perfect. Existence. I'm restricted by it.
Yes.
Like, so obviously, like I said, you don't have to speak out on it or anything, but that's something that I would think about is, what is it that's restricting you or you feel like is chasing you that you can never get caught up with, that you feel like is containing you into a box.
I do believe that mine is from withdrawal from
the medication.
medications.
Makes sense.
And so, like I said, this part sucked. The the first part was dizziness, so that was fun.
I hate that.
Is that finally over?
Yeah, it's
Good.
finally over. Yeah.
Good.
I don't know if I'd rather take that than this, because that I could at least sleep through the night
Right.
without waking up. Unless I did wake up and I just don't remember. But oh my gosh, that was like I felt like I slept 6 hours, and I look at the clock and I've only slept like 2. So
That's good.
That's how terrible
Oh,
my sleep is gone.
I thought that was good.
2 hours?
Well, if
Of
you feel
sleep?
like you slept for 6 hours, I thought you were saying like, when you're in bed or whatever and you feel like you've slept for 6 hours and you wake up, it's only been 2 hours. It's like, oh, great, I get to sleep for another 6 more hours.
No, because I was like, I didn't want to go back to that recurring nightmare.
Right.
I
I don't
was
know
like,
how to be able to like block that because I feel the same way. Like anytime I have a nightmare, I'm terrified to go back to sleep. But then the other part of my body is like, look, fool, you got to be up in like 2 hours. So
and that's probably why I feel like trash today.
go back to bed, probably.
Usually when I have nightmares and I wake up and I don't want to go back to sleep, I put on a cartoon.
Dude.
And then I fall asleep to that cartoon. And then
Yeah.
it changes the dream world.
Exactly. Anytime I watch a scary show or anything before bed, I always feel like I have to watch like a cartoon or a Disney show or like something funny or New Girl I'll throw on just because. Like we watch.
I put on something boring.
Nice.
The news.
And
The
I'm
news.
zonked. Depends on where you're watching it.
I think the news would give me even more nightmares.
100%.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. See,
For me, it's a comfort thing, I think.
Probably. So for me, Dustin and I, we watch not scary stuff, but every once in a while, Dustin really likes action movies and stuff. And so we'll watch some action movies. And for me, it's like, I already know how it's going to end. The first guy that you end up seeing that's like elusive character that seems like very small and minute, doesn't really matter, ends up being the guy who's like, oh, you, everybody knows it, right? Everybody knows how action movies play out. It's just kind of a familiar situation. Well, we watched The Machinist, which has Christian Bale in it. And Christian Bale lost like, I don't know, 80 pounds or something like that to be able to get the role. So he weighed like 102 pounds in this movie. And it's about this guy who basically doesn't sleep well. And so he has these like sleep paralysis. I don't know if it's sleep paralysis dreams or what it is that he's got going on. Insomnia, basically. And it's like he hasn't slept for a year or something. I don't remember how many days it was, but it was this outrageously long time of not sleeping. And so then you start losing your grip on existence and tripping out on stuff. And I remember watching that show and we didn't even get all the way through it. Dustin had fallen asleep and I was watching it and I was like, I need to stop watching the show. And so I turned it off and I remember feeling like I cannot go to bed right now because if I go to bed, I'm going to have nightmares, awful nightmares. And so I rolled over and then I turned on, I think it was like Despicable Me. I just turned it on because I was like, okay, this makes me feel a little bit better. But I feel like a lot of the times what I watch tends to lean into nightmares. Does that happen for you guys at all?
Not so much.
No.
Yeah, I can watch
that's
a
good.
scary movie and fall asleep to it.
What kind of scary movies do you watch, by the way? Like, what are your preferences?
I think I have like a wide range.
Okay.
Like my favorite all-time Halloween movie is Halloween, the original. But I also like The Conjuring.
See, I can do that.
I like found footage,
Okay.
but it has to be good found footage, and that's really hard to find.
Yeah. See, and for me, like anything like possessed children, gory, I just can't get into. Like, I don't like it. It makes me feel icky,
Yeah,
But like psychological thrillers,
those are the best.
oh, I could go all
So what's an example of that?
day. So I watched Don't Worry, Darling. It's classified as a psychological thriller where it's like the the movie itself is so stinking good. I'm not going to get into it because it's still in theaters, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. There's one, Wait Until Dark is a show that is really, really good as well. It's an old psychological thriller, and Audrey Hepburn is in it, and she plays a blind character. And in this movie, basically, there are people who are trying to like break into her home while her husband is gone. And so she's blind, obviously, and she can't navigate around things very well. She's got her like control settings. She knows where things are. But these people have figured out that she's blind. They kind of like break into her house and whatever. And so it's this like, it's a smart like thought process of how to be able to beat. It's like an escape room kind of.
So it's
but
like
for
Don't
movies.
Breathe.
I haven't seen Don't Breathe.
Don't breathe.
That sounds just like Don't Breathe.
Kinda don't.
Probably so. No, I haven't seen that one.
Is that a psychological one?
I don't know. It's
Like I'm trying to
think
put
it's
my head around.
more-
Yeah,
like,
let me look
which-
at this.
Which
I think
ones?
It's more of a. I guess it could be considered a psychological thriller.
But see, to me that's not scary. It's just kind of suspenseful, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
more
mean?
of a, yeah. So
Like to me, the scary movies are like the paranormal
yeah.
activity kind of like that. That to me is scary.
So us.
Like The Conjuring.
Conjuring. Yeah. Yeah, those are scary.
What's
Yeah.
the Conjuring? Annabelle.
yeah. So,
The Legend of La Llorona.
That.
so,
I was very offended by that movie. By the
when
way.
I
I'm
type
very
up
disappointed.
when I type up psychological horror movies, because the psychological thriller is really where I like to be. Psychological horror movies, you're talking like Silence of the Lambs, Us, Ma, Orphan First Kill. I literally just pulled up these
I don't know if I seen
popular
any.
You saw
psychological
Orphan
horror
First
movies.
Kill.
The Sixth Sense, Seven is another one. Those ones are like classic. It, the original It. Seven is, well, you know, what's in the box? Like that one, right?
Yes. Sorry, I just thought of
No, it's
a
okay.
movie and I was trying to come up with the name, but then I lost it because
Sorry.
it's kind of like It.
Split is another one with
Kind of like
what's that guy's name?
Okay, so I'm watching The Watcher.
So The Watcher is
Oh my
classified
gosh.
as Watcher. It says right here is a psychological horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Well, this, I guess it's not The Watcher. I guess it's just Watcher. This one that's on this list.
oh, The Watcher is
Yeah,
it's a
this-
TV series.
Yeah, this is a movie. So never mind.
So
Different one. Came
it's-
out the same year though.
Came out this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Nope
So
is another one.
What would they consider that? Because it's not necessarily. I mean, I'm not all the way through it, right? I'm just like a few episodes in, but like, it's not scary to me. It's just kind of like trying to figure out the mystery.
Yeah, and that's what I like. Because there's the horror movies, which
Oh,
I don't know.
The Grudge. What would that be?
ooh, I'm gonna bet that one's probably a straight up horror movie with a little bit of psychological in it. But like for me, I feel like you can make blood and possessions, you can make those creepy all the time. Like it's easy to make it creepy. It's like cheap comedy, you know? You throw out the swears, you make fun of other people and like their existence and whatever. That's cheap comedy. It's the same kind of thing I think with horror. It's like that's cheap horror. Like I get it. I want something that I have to wrap my brain around, that it's like I'm going to walk out and be like, wow, that guy over there could totally be like the guy in the movie. Like I want something that's just going to mess my brain up, which is awful.
So is it a
It's
psychological?
a psychological thriller, yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Like at first, I'm like, okay,
right.
but it's getting interesting because I'm like, okay, all
Yeah.
right. So, who is it?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's very, yeah, it's fascinating. So The Invisible Man is another one. Get Out is another one. It's like a psychological horror.
I've seen.
I haven't seen that one. I have to see it though because I hear it's really good.
The Joker says that it's technically a psychological horror movie. I could get with that. It's
The
more
Joker?
dark. Yeah. It's more of a dark. It's not
weird.
necessarily horror. I wouldn't classify it as that. Psychological for sure, Z's.
What was the one we were just talking about?
The Watcher, The
No, after-
Grudge.
The Grudge. We were
You
just
said
talking
something
about.
you need to see, and I was like, oh, okay. Cool.
Get Out.
Get Out was the one.
Get Out. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Okay, so what
Oh.
about Crazies?
I don't know
The
what Crazies
Crazies.
is.
I think that's more of a slasher, monster, kind of like zombie movie.
Yeah, that's true. I like that one.
I haven't seen that one.
There's movies that I can't watch, like different, I guess, like subgenres in horror. Like I can't watch torture porn. Like
yeah,
I can't watch.
I can't get with that.
Saw,
I don't
any
like
of that.
Saw. Mm-mm.
I guess I like the first Saw because it's not really gory.
Right. But then it turns into this like, ugh.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. No,
like
I can't. Do that.
Mm-mm.
Would you rather seems like torture porn, but it's not, and it's
I haven't seen that
so
one.
good. Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
I haven't seen it.
I recommend it. 10 out
Okay.
of 10.
I
If you're having a bad day, don't watch it because it's very bleak, and
Good.
the ending is
Bleak.
the worst.
Lovely.
So
Good to know.
my goal last year was to watch all the Saw movies, and I
Oof.
don't think I had enough time.
Dude, I just can't.
I can't.
I think I made it.
Zombie movies, I cannot watch. My favorite
Why?
TV show
It's-
is The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
but I can't watch
I've-
zombie movies.
Zombie movies, it's like obviously
Can't.
everybody has their own take on it, but it's just kind of like they were so overdone. I think 2012 really
I just
the
think
lights
I
are
was.
flickering. We dig that.
I'm just. I don't know. I guess I'm just scared of. I'm actually terrified of zombies.
Interesting.
Like, I constantly think of how to escape a zombie or how to make my house safe from a zombie attack.
Interesting. See, for
I
me,
can't
I'm
wait
like,
for you to finish The Walking Dead. 'Cause
yeah. For me, I'm just like, meh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna die
It's getting
anyway. It
good.
doesn't matter.
Did everyone die?
So I don't know. Do we?
I mean, everybody dies eventually. Yes,
obviously,
but,
that's what happens. Everyone dies
so
all the
like,
time.
Like World War Z zombie,
Right.
They're
Meh.
kind of crazy.
100%.
And then you have what's the one with Will Smith?
I Am Legend.
I Am
That
Legend.
one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's interesting.
I think those are more vampiric than
Yeah.
zombie.
I think they're zombies though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, yeah, but I think they're more vampiric.
They're okay. I mean, I like the movie, but I don't know.
I don't
I like the dumb
because
zombies.
of the puppy.
I know. Ruined my whole life.
Yes.
Anything with like puppies in it that goes south can't hang.
Also, another movie I will not watch again. It's not horror. It's Marley and Me. Cannot watch it.
I know.
Cannot do it.
John Wick started and I was like, screw this movie. I'm out.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
okay.
Ridiculous. Do we have any final thoughts when it comes to nightmares / horror movies / etc.?
Right now, it's the season of horror movies.
Indeed. And soup.
So and soup. So
I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I feel like that I haven't quite got my Halloween movie
Fix
marathon,
on.
even though I know we've watched some, but I just don't feel like that they're.
they haven't been scary.
No, because I've been following the Chucky
Right.
series, like except for the ones that weren't made by the original actor, I guess.
So we
Right.
watched we watched Child's Play 1 through 3, and then Chucky, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and then the
Cult of Chucky.
No, Curse of Chucky,
Curse of
Cult of Chucky,
There's so many.
Chucky series
Yeah.
season 1, and now we're on Chucky season 2.
I just kept laughing at it. She's like, "What are you laughing?" I'm like, "Because it's funny. It's
This is
cheesy."
ridiculous. It's so cheesy. Yeah.
Listen,
I get
I'm
it.
still scared of Chucky. Okay,
I get it.
ruined
I'm
my
not.
life.
I just slap him in the face.
That's funny. I would too.
He has
Yeet
the
him.
power of Dembella. They explained it. Okay, that's why grown man can't just like be like, whoo. He's actually very strong for a doll.
Totally
Did you
makes
watch,
sense.
Did you watch the last episode?
I haven't, no. Have
That's
you?
why you never skip arm day.
Oh,
Strong. Punch people.
I don't think arm day is a problem with me. I think it's more chest and back.
Same. Relatable.
Leg day every day. I can do leg day every
Same.
day, all day.
All the time. All the
Don't
time,
forget the
forever.
core. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Any final thoughts? You're gonna watch all of the horror movies?
I'm
You're gonna set you up a day that you got to do horror day
I mean, that's every day.
Every day.
existence.
I mean, so like I gotta finish The Watcher.
Yes.
and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Perfect.
Well, we had planned to watch Halloween 1, 2, and then Halloween, the 2018 one, then Halloween Kills, because Halloween Ends came out last week, or is it this week?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know. I see advertisements for it.
I heard it's bad.
Mm.
People said it's really bad.
That's too bad.
Though. I don't know. I have to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, The Babysitter. I forgot about that one. I like
The
that one.
Babysitter's more like horror comedy.
Well, yeah, that's why it's funny. I gotta watch the scary movie.
Horror comedy.
Is it a scary movie?
Scary movies 1 through like 6,
Yeah.
and then Haunted House.
I want to go watch those ones.
Those are my favorite.
Those ones are fun.
But you gotta watch the original movies.
Right,
first,
right. So then you get it.
so you get it.
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
totally.
the Haunted House one, I think, is the Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'll have to check those ones
and
out.
Annabelle.
Yeah.
With the finger. They're my favorites. So.
That's awesome. Well, I suggest watching all of the horror movies.
If you have suggestions, let us know.
Yes, please. Comment. Let us know. We'd love to have suggestions. These guys will watch them. I'll probably screen them and be like, maybe not. That's probably what I'll do. So this has been The Perspective.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.